great.
Good.
That last one.
That last one. You're focusing it all on body, but remember, this is his face. But whiter teeth, blue eyes, prettier blonde hair.
Okay.
So take them all in.
Everything is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We wanted someone who would make 6'2" Ryan Reynolds, who isn't exactly lanky, look puny. How did you go about finding a guy who was big enough to make Ryan look small?
I literally was looking up just big bodybuilders, and I think Aaron was one of the first people that popped up.
I'm 6'7". I've been hanging around 310, 315. I like to work out 6 days a week. I do a low volume, high intensity training. I lift heavy weights for a short period of time. On top of that, when it comes to my nutrition has to fit my training. There's a whole bunch that goes into it. Don't get me started, or we'll talk about that all day.
If we do our job right, this will look like Ryan Reynolds in this new improved body.
Great, Ryan. So now by the time you see the movie, it will be Ryan versus new and improved.
Not true. I gained 312 pounds for this film. My dedication is endless. You know it.
That's true.
Hi there, Sean Levy here, director and producer of Free Guy. We are here outside of Boston at Revere Beach, getting ready to shoot what we affectionately refer to as Dude versus Guy.
Who is this?
I don't know.
I mean, he's just like you, but way better.
Thank you.
No, it's not a compliment.
Little did we know that having an actor not just do a split screen with himself, but interact with physicality, with stunts,
Amazing.
and with dialogue.
Playtime's over.
Wow, I can taste my spine. It's going to be a very complicated thing to give you on screen something that should look very, very simple. And that is movie magic. So we're gonna get to work. Welcome to the show.
Pictures up, here we go. Camera's gonna go number 1, please.
Three, 2, 1, action.
Face replacement. Aaron's gonna step out just for a second, guys. Here come the balls. And rolling on the balls, please. Rolling.
I'm here with Swen Gilbert, who's our visual effects supervisor. When I came to you and I was like, Ryan and I have this idea that Ryan will fight a bigger, badder version of himself. What was the first thought that went through your head?
First thought was, ooh, that's going to be hard.
Was it terror mixed with excitement?
It's terror and excitement. But
Okay,
then
like 50-50?
50-50.
And blam, blam.
You also didn't want to do multiple passes. You didn't want to do motion control.
Cut.
Let me actually pause there. So in olden times, like last year, the way you would normally do the same actor in the scene with himself is you would do what's called motion control, which is you would shoot the scene with a camera that memorizes its move. And you would do it with the actor playing one part, and then they'd have to go away and change their makeup and their wardrobe and all that, and then you'd have to do that same move in a second pass. It's time consuming.
It's a pain in the butt.
It's a pain in the butt,
Nope.
and you're asking your actor to act with nothing.
So in order to not do a motion control, it either needs to be a head replacement or a face replacement, which is very challenging
Traditionally, that's almost always been done with quite a bit of movement.
and very quick.
Slowly up.
What we wanted was a lot harder because we wanted longer shots, linger on the face, and have Ryan Reynolds doing dialogue as Dude, which has not been done.
Not very successfully in the past.
Right. You're focusing it all on body, but remember, this is his face. But whiter teeth, blue eyes, prettier blonde hair.
Okay.
So take them all in.
Everything is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We wanted someone who would make 6'2" Ryan Reynolds, who isn't exactly lanky, look puny. How did you go about finding a guy who was big enough to make Ryan look small?
Well, the first thing is you kind of want to look towards the stunt pool because it is a very action-oriented role.
So
And
meaning the pool of stuntmen that are known to us already,
Yeah,
right?
so I think the biggest guy I really had was 6'4", but you know, that relationship difference between Ryan and that stunt guy wasn't really big enough. And so at that point, we kind of had to open our eyes a little bit to looking at the internet.
Hold on. Is that
That's
It is.
yes.
And I literally was looking up just big bodybuilders, and I think Aaron was one of the first people that popped up.
I'm 6'7". I've been hanging around 310, 315.
That's like you plus me plus another man.
Yes.
I like to work out 6 days a week. I do a low volume, high intensity training. I lift heavy weights for a short period of time. On top of that, when it comes to my nutrition has to fit my training. There's a whole bunch that goes into it. Don't get me started, or we'll talk about that all day.
If we do our job right, this will look like Ryan Reynolds in this new improved body.
That's gonna leave a mark.
For a sequence as complex as Dude versus Guy, we started off with stunt viz, where you had stuntmen doing proposed action and suggested angles. We then added in storyboards to spruce it up with angles that maybe hadn't occurred to the stunt team in their first pass. But then we came here to the location because it's one thing to do a stunt viz in a gym. It's another thing to stand here on this promenade by the ocean and to understand how the choreography will exist within space. So in what will be, I'm sure, highly embarrassing footage to share with the world, me and Chris O'Hara and Swen and George Richmond, my cinematographer, we came here and we did kind of a crew viz. Sadly, I was relegated to the role of the Vespa.
He's gonna hit you. I don't think so.
What we ended up with is this kind of collage of different iterations of the sequence. These are cells from the stunt viz. These are storyboards. These are our poor man's crew reenactments. All it is various ways of scratching at ideas, exploring ideas, so that by the time you watch it in theaters, we're giving you the coolest possible sequence.
We're adding to it.
They're supposed to be going away, but we're adding more.
I'm also really good at drawing. That's the back of a head.
What we're gonna shoot today are a series of events where we really lean into the unrealistic force of Dude, so that when Guy finally comes back and makes a fight of it, he's really been the underdog up to that point.
This is my first movie. For me, as a bodybuilder, performing was always my opportunity to showcase, my physique in my best light. Well, with this, I know they're gonna make me look great, and the whole thing's gonna be great, and I just can't wait to see that.
We're set and go.
How did you go about choreographing the action to really accentuate the fact that Dude is a behemoth compared to Guy?
Just his physical presence kind of dictated who we felt that Dude should be as far as just his physical action.
Okay.
And so just big, strong, powerful stuff to kind of showcase what you see physically.
Then grab it.
Good on reference. Cut on that. Now let's bring in Aaron.
I'm this bad guy, and all I do is whip a bunch of ass, and I'm invincible, I mean, it's like